make homemade cinnamon rolls with me. First, we have to like warm up some milk to like mix it with the yeast. So I'm gonna warm it up on the stove, and I have a little whisk to whisk it. So the milk has to be between 105 and 115. So it's at 107 right now. Okay. So I need 2 1/4 teaspoons of yeast and a 1/2 teaspoon of sugar to mix with the warm milk. I just did the yeast and the sugar, and we're letting the milk cool a bit because I overdid it a little bit. The milk is at 115 degrees. I'm gonna pour it in with the yeast and sugar, and then whisk that in. We're gonna make the dough. I'm gonna do a 1/2 cup of sugar, 1/3 of a cup of butter, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 2 eggs, and we already added 1 in, and then 4 cups of flour. The first cup, second cup, third cup, and then lastly 4th cup. And now we're gonna add the milk, yeast, and sugar mixture. I'm gonna mix it in the mix master, but first we're gonna use this hook, and then when it gets like started, we're gonna use the dough hook. Let's turn it on. Let's turn it on like slow first. It's like already starting to form, so I'm gonna turn it up a little bit higher. Switching the hook to this dough hook. So let's turn it on. Now we have to pull this dough out and put it in this bowl to let it rise. Into a ball, and then the dough into a ball, and then put the saran wrap over it. And now we have to let it rise for a couple hours. Over here rising with the towel on it. So in this part, I'm gonna film the middle stuff, like me making the middle stuff and the frosting, because I don't have time for me to like show the other things. So that will be in part 2. Filling, which is just a cup of brown sugar and 3 tablespoons of cinnamon. The icing, we're gonna do 1 1/2 recipes of icing because our family loves icing. First off, 9 tablespoons of butter. Put 2 1/4 cups of powdered sugar. 1/2 cup of cream cheese, and then some vanilla extract. Frosting is mixing in the KitchenAid. Part 1 of me making homemade cinnamon rolls. Go to part 2, which will be setting them up and like arranging them.